You have $1,000 folded into the lining of your jacket. You have a cracked Samsung with a cousin's address that isn't really a cousin. You have 43 minutes before the plane lands in Dubai. The woman next to you orders another champagne. You have not eaten since yesterday. You keep touching the money through the fabric to make sure it is still there. The year is 2016. The wheels hit the runway. The cabin lights come up. You don't know it yet, but in 7 years you'll own 3 companies, a villa in Emirates Hills, and a problem that cannot be solved. Right now, you just have to walk out of the airport. 46 degrees. The air tastes like diesel. A taxi driver charges you 185 dirhams for a trip that costs 40, and you pay it because you don't know any better? You lose a fifth of your savings before you reach the address. The address is a labor camp in Sonapur. Your cousin is a man named Kamran who owes your uncle something and doesn't say what. He walks you past concrete barracks, past shared bathrooms with lines of 12 men, past rows of men eating rice off tin plates. He points to a top bunk in a room with 7 other beds. 200 a month, he says. Electricity extra. You nod. You don't tell him that 200 plus food plus that taxi means you have 3 weeks before you're out. Your bunkmate below you is a Pakistani welder called Bashir. He is 41 years old, 2 fingers missing on his left hand. He sends 3/4 of his salary home to a village outside Multan every month. On your 3rd night, Bashir sees you counting your money by the light of your phone. He watches for a long time. Then he says, in Urdu, "Stop sending it home through Western Union. That's for fools." He writes a name on a napkin, an address in Dira, a man who charges half the bank rate and asks nothing. You don't send money home, you have no money to send home. But you keep the napkin. That weekend, you follow it. The Dara Gold Souk smells like sandalwood. The shop Bashir sent you to has no sign. An old Indian man runs it. He doesn't smile. He doesn't speak unless you speak first. You have $600 left. You buy a small bar of 24-karat gold with cash. No receipt, no ID. He weighs it in front of you on a digital scale, wraps it in thin paper, and slides it across the counter. You walk 3 blocks. You find the hawaladar from the napkin. He is sitting on a plastic chair drinking tea from a glass cup. He doesn't look up when you sit down. You place the gold on the table. He weighs it. He calls someone in Mumbai on a Nokia. He nods. He counts out $635 in hundreds and pushes them toward you. You made $35 in 90 minutes. You almost dropped the money on the walk back. You do it again the next day, and the day after that. Small amounts, always cash, always the same shop, always the same hawaladar. You mess up in week 4. You try a new shop in Mina Bazaar that offered you a better spot rate. You hand over $400. The man weighs the gold, nods, and walks into a back room to get your money. He does not come back. You wait 20 minutes, then 30, then an hour. Then you leave. You lose $400 in one afternoon. You sit on the curb outside the Bur Dubai Metro and you laugh because if you don't laugh, you are going to cry and someone might see. You never switch shops again. By month 6, you've moved out of Sonapur. You rent a studio in Al Nahda above a shawarma place that runs the extractor fan 24 hours a day. You smell like grilled chicken for the first 8 months you live there. By month 8, you are running other men's money. Bashir, his cousin's boss. A Bengali driver who works for an Emirati who does not know his driver is sending 70,000 dirhams a month to Dhaka through you. You are making $8,000 a month, tax-free, paper-free. You are learning the seams of the city. And then, on a Thursday in November 2017, a Russian walks into the cafe where you eat breakfast and sits down across from you. His name is Sergey. It is probably not his name. He is 51, linen shirt, black coffee with 6 sugars. He doesn't look at your face when he talks. He looks past your left shoulder, at the window, at the street. He tells you a friend in Dera said you were honest. You both know what that word means here. It doesn't mean you don't steal. It means when you steal predictably. He wants 200,000 US dollars changed into Bitcoin. Bitcoin in November 2017 is $7,000 and climbing. He has a duffel bag. He wants the Bitcoin in a wallet he will send you on Signal. He will pay you 3%. $6,000 for an afternoon. You say yes before your brain catches up. You make every mistake a first-timer makes. You walk into an OTC desk in JLT with the cash in a backpack and nearly get robbed in the elevator by a man you only later realize was testing you. You buy the Bitcoin in one lump instead of breaking it across 3 exchanges, and the market moves against you halfway through, and you lose almost your entire commission trying to fix it. You deliver Sergey his Bitcoin at 2:40 inches the morning in the lobby of the Four Seasons. You make $900 on a deal that was supposed to pay $6,000. Sergey watches you sweat. He doesn't say anything. He drinks his coffee. As he stands up to leave, he puts a hand on your shoulder. In English, with an accent like gravel, he says, "You will be better next time." He comes back the next week with $800,000. You are better that time. By spring 2018, you are moving $3 million a month. Sergey has introduced you to another Russian. That Russian has introduced you to 2 Ukrainians. The Ukrainians have introduced you to a Kazakh. Your cut is $120,000 a month. Your new apartment is in Dubai Marina, 32nd floor. You can see the palm from your kitchen. Your mother calls. You let it ring. You tell yourself you will call her back this weekend. You do not call her back this weekend. February 2022. Russian tanks roll into Ukraine. Sanctions land on Moscow like a cleaver. And every oligarch in Europe suddenly needs their money to not be in Europe anymore. Your phone does not stop ringing for 11 days? You move $140 million between March and June. Your margin drops to 2% because every Pakistani kid, every Lebanese banker, every Indian accountant in Dubai is now running the same play. But 2% of $140 million is $2.8 million in 90 days. You buy an apartment in Emirates Hills, cash, through a holding company in the British Virgin Islands. Your name is on nothing. You hire a driver called Mehmet. You hire a chef called Angelo. You hire a lawyer in Zurich who charges $1,100 an hour to never say anything definite. You stop sleeping more than 4 hours a night. You stop eating in public because you don't know who is watching. You sit in your marina apartment at 4 a.m. in June 2022, staring at a spreadsheet with 9 figures in motion, and you realize you have not laughed in 6 weeks. You tell yourself this is the cost. You tell yourself everyone pays it. Your mother calls? You do not let it ring. You decline it. You turn the phone face down on the counter, and you pour yourself a drink you do not want. October 2023. 2 men in polo shirts knock on the door of your Emirates Hills villa. They are not police. Police wear uniforms. They are something worse. They are American. They do not arrest you. They cannot. The UAE does not extradite for financial crimes to the United States, except when it wants to, and it does not want to today. They sit on your sofa. They drink your sparkling water. They open a folder on your coffee table. The folder has your real name, your 3 aliases, your 4 shell companies, every wire you have touched since 2019, a photograph of you at a cafe in JLT with a man you met once for 11 minutes, and a list of 13 wallets you thought nobody could trace. The older one smiles. He tells you they are not here to hurt you. They are here to tell you something. They tell you that you are not going home. Not to Pakistan. Not to Turkey, where your second passport is. Not to St. Kitts, where your third is. Not to Singapore, where your money is. Every airport in every country that cooperates with OFAC has your face and your names. The moment you scan a passport anywhere outside the Gulf, it ends. You are free. In Dubai. Only in Dubai. And you are free only as long as the Emirati sponsor who protects you wants to keep protecting you, which means you are free until a minor royal's nephew decides he wants your desk. Not today, maybe not this year. Someday. The men stand up, They thank you for the sparkling water. They leave. You walk to the window of the 32nd floor apartment that is not in your name. You look out at the Palm and the Burj Khalifa and the lights of the city that made you. You came with $1,000. Your phone buzzes on the counter behind you. It is your mother. You do not turn around.